To really understand what FASD is, it helps to meet people who are affected by it. Julie and her husband, Lynn, are foster or adoptive parents to 7 children with FASD. Meeting just a few of their children shows the wide range of effects prenatal alcohol exposure can have.
The youngest one, Cayenne, who is 5, cognitively is on target. Those aren't her areas of weakness. Hers are more in expressive language, and especially in sensory integration. She doesn't, like the tags on the inside of her shirt kind of drive her crazy. She has a problem sometimes tuning out other auditory kinds of things that are going on in the background. Her first cousin, Brandon, on the other hand, who is 8.5, Brandon does have full-blown fetal alcohol syndrome, and he was diagnosed at 3.5 months. Brandon's areas of weakness is definitely in cognition. His IQ is 59. He has difficulty with fine motor skills, so it's hard for him in school to do handwriting and, printing, that kind of thing. Schoolwork is tough for him. Ricky has very obvious neurologic impairment. He has hand tremors. For the most part, he's very mellow, very friendly, but it doesn't take much. Just like out of the blue, all of a sudden, he could be having a rage. He doesn't really know where it came from, and it's done. It's over with as far as he's concerned. And then he has a hard time understanding why maybe the kid that he was having a fight with isn't over it, And then their older brother, Theodore, who is now 19, and we still have legal guardianship of Theodore as an incapacitated adult. Theodore has a verbal IQ of 55, and yet you would never know it by looking at him. He is tall, and he's handsome, and he's a mother's dream of a son, for the most part. He's compliant, he's respectful, and I can say, Theo, will you take the trash out? And he'll say, okay, Mom. Tessa's IQ is well within the normal range. She has some learning disabilities in math and in written language, but cognitively she's on target as far as her IQ goes. And I have had to fight for services all over the place for her because she doesn't qualify. So many things are hooked to whether or not you have a low enough IQ, and she just doesn't. And her especially, up until 4th grade, we heard constantly, if she would just be quiet, she could read. If she would just sit still, she could do her math. If she would stop bugging the other kids. Everything was presented as if it was willful and manipulative on her part. And she got raked over the coals at home and at school because we just kept saying, Tessa, settle down. Concentrate here. I know you know these answers. And she really didn't.